The great Australian dream. For many, it's the idea of owning your own home, having room for the kids, the car, and in my case, a boat. Well, 2 boats, a trailer, a bit of fishing gear, but you get the idea. But for many, it's the idea of hitting the open highway and travelling this vast country of ours, exploring every nook and cranny. And 2 blokes getting to do just that are John Pfeffer from Cooper Tyres and Gary Bell from CouplerTec. They're living the dream, using their 4-wheel drives for both work and play. And yes, it's safe to say, these 2 have practically seen it all. And taking a look through John's photo albums, he's been there, done that, and has the pics to prove it. But one of the great things about Australia is we've all been to common places, but every one of us has also been somewhere different. And what you're showing me there is something where I'd like to go out back.
Mate, that's the Amberdell Highway. It's 1,300 kilometres from Keeper-Petey right across to Leonora in West Australia.
Right.
It took us 8 days.
One of the biggest problems we have, people tell us that they think they're nowhere near a beach driving on these roads.
Salt
and it's the salt comes out, yep,
right.
And it just sticks to the car. They get back from an extended holiday and they've got a rusty car.
Right. John's job sees him and the rest of the Cooper team out on the road testing tyres in all corners of the map, across all sorts of terrain, in all sorts of weather. If there's a stretch of beach, steep hill or water crossing anywhere in the country, chances are you'll find a Cooper tyre tread pattern leaving its mark. And given the big kilometres and harsh environments they work in, John's always used CouplerTec on his cars and vehicles in the Cooper fleet.
Geez, I tell you what, it's in great nick for a 4-year-old vehicle, and considering it drives on beaches as well.
It's not just beach work either. People forget there's plenty of salt out back.
Yeah. Gary, it's not uncommon for someone to put an extra, say, $30,000, 20 at least, into the extra accessories they put in the vehicle. So they really want some life in the vehicle. So giving it protection, particularly if you do any beach work, you really got to have it.
Unfortunately, a lot of people don't realise you do not need just salt to have rust. Moisture and oxygen are the 2 elements combined with iron, and you've got a rusty car.
That's true.
You know, you can be out west and have a rusty car. The salt's the accelerator. So anyone driving on the beaches should really look at adding the extra protection, something like CouplerTec, obviously with a vehicle like this.
So once you've got one of the CouplerTec systems fitted, it's there for 1 year, 10 years, 20 years?
No, lifetimes. Life is indefinite lifetime. Totally sealed, nothing goes wrong with them. And we know, we've been around 17 years now, and I've still got one of the original ones on my wife's car.
So as long as you've got a battery that's working, that works it,
yep.
You're right.
All you need is power.
And what about drain actually on the batteries? If you sit somewhere for a month, are you going to have problems?
Next to nothing. It's about 1/3 of what a little digital clock in a dashboard draws, 20 milliamps, which is absolutely negligible.
Well, it's as simple as that. If you don't want to do things by halves when it comes to looking after your pride and joy, get in touch with the CouplerTec crew. And if you're after a few ideas on where to go on your next adventure, I'm sure they'll be able to give you a few pointers on that too.